Hi, and welcome to this guided visualization. For this guided visualization, I'd like you to find somewhere where you can sit safely in a place where you will not be disturbed and ensure that you are warm and comfortable. I'd like you to close your eyes and begin to relax your body. I'd like you to take a deep breath in, hold that for just a moment, and then let the breath go fully out. We'll pause just for a moment and then take another deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. Let it go fully out. And we're going to take one more deep breath in. Hold it for just a moment. And then release the breath fully. And return to breathing in a way that feels right and correct and natural for you. Now, with your eyes still closed, in your mind's eye, I'd like you to imagine that you're in a cottage. There's a chair by a fire, and the room that you're standing in is warm and cozy. It's perfect for a late afternoon. You move over to the window and look outside, and you see a small river with lush banks on either side of it. You decide to go for a little walk, so you put on a jacket and you leave the cottage, heading towards the river. The air outside is cool and crisp. It's far milder than some wintry days that were here a few weeks ago, and you can actually feel the edge of spring making its way in. You walk along the river edge, and you notice little clusters of snowdrops and crocuses that are starting to emerge here and there along the sides of the path. You notice a willow tree ahead, and you observe that its bare branches are hanging over the tree, over the river. You walk towards it, and you sit down, leaning your back against its trunk, and you admire its branches, noticing how it has little pussy willow buds clinging to its branches, getting ready to open and grow any day now. You look to your side, and you notice a twig. You pick it up, and you hold it in your hands. As you do this, you consider all the things that you want to release, imagining all those things leaving you and entering the twig. And as you do so, the twig begins to grow into a stick. As you continue to consider all the things that you want to release, it fills up more and more until it becomes a small log, almost the size of your forearm. It's not too big, and it won't be too heavy to carry. And you continue to fill it with all the things that you'd like to release. Once you've filled this stick up, you look up and you realize that the sun is getting really low and you need to return to the cottage. As you head back to the cottage, you're admiring the early spring flowers and the soothing river as you do so. You return to the cottage and walk over to the fireplace. You place the log that you've just created from that twig and place it onto the fire, and then sit in the chair next to the fire. As you sit there and start to warm up, you watch the log burn. And as you do, you realize that it's releasing all those things that you poured into it, and it's releasing it as smoke. And the smoke carries all those things up the chimney and out of the cottage, away from you, and releasing it out into the universe to be transmuted. You sit there for a moment, watching the log slowly get smaller and smaller as it turns from glowing coal, charcoal wood, to embers, and then eventually into ash. As you look around the room, you notice that the sun is setting and realize that it is now time to return back to everyday reality. And taking a few deep breaths, you begin to feel the chair or the bed that you're on beneath you. As you start to slowly come back to your body, you start to wriggle your fingers gently and your toes, slowly coming back more and more into your body, gently rolling your shoulders and moving your arms a little, feeling your legs come back, slowly more and more until you are back into your physical body in the here and now, aware of some sounds and smells that are around you. And when you are ready, open your eyes and come back to the real world in the here and now.